Darius holds the dribble, takes it out on top right now. Malik over, it'll go to Butler, in on the baseline. Myron spins down deep, double team comes. Tosses it out to Malik. Out it'll go to Darius, steps by his man. Over to Seth, three in the air, off the rim, no. Rebound battle comes away into the hands of Weiss. Weiss will work it out on top, 7:40 to go in the half. With it is Walczak. Walczak finds Utek, trying to get by Darius to the left elbow, down the lane, ball tipped away out of bounds. It'll go back to the Blue Devils. Aspirus Health, passion for excellence, compassion for people. Stevens Point down by 1, 18-17. Let's take the break as we get a timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. University of Wisconsin Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN. To go in the opening half, Stevens Point down by 1, I should say.
Well, they fought their way back into this, Scotty. The Blue Devils have gone cold a little bit on their shooting. They've dropped to 36% now. They were well over 50 for the first 10 minutes.
A.J. Utek got by Darius down the lane, lays it up and in. Well, he's already got 8 points in this game. He came out to prove something, like I should be playing here yet. 20-17. It'll go to Josiah Butler down to the baseline, pull-up jumper, rolls it off the rim. Well, you can't let them separate again here now. Utek heads left, gets down the left side of the lane to the baseline, spins inside, just underlaid. Darius with a rebound.
But you don't like the fact that he's getting to the rim.
It's too easy. Down the lane, Logan Baumgartner on a heck of a pass from Carter Combs.
Yep. Carter, the freshman.
Quickly back, Utek. Pointers down 1. Can't get over the hump so far. Hudson, Utek left side. Utek out of Columbus High School. Baseline jumper, that's off the mark. That's a foul, got to be called there. It'll be on Stoffacher.
I would hope so. At first he was pointing to Carter, and I thought, you're certainly not going to call that on Carter, but he was pointing to who was going to be shooting. Well, you said they like to play physical. He just threw Carter to the floor.
Yeah, he just came in and just ram-charged him. Roger Ramjet would have been very impressed by that. Here's Carter Combs with Preston.
Darius
1-and-1 coming up.
By the bench, grimacing. He's looking to have been dinged up a little bit.
Carter Combs, a very good free thrower. Could, if he would hit 2, give his team their first lead of the game. The first is good.
Yep.
Missed one over at River Falls.
He did. He's still at 83% on the year. He's your prototypical point.
My mama, what up, Pre? Who all in this bad boy? Pre VA, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up to the Barco Podcast. 414 live stream, man. I got to tap in with you, Pre, dog. Sellers, what's going on, man? Showing my little bro, Darius Bowden some blood, man. He just got out the game, man. Making great plays, man.
Picked up by Josiah. He'll take it to the other end, and the Pointers have their first lead of the game.
Coach Slate thinking there might have been a foul on that tap away, but you didn't get the call.
Vic gets it into the hands here of Hudson. Thought about a 3. Back to Walczak. Bodied up. Ball popped free. Loose on the floor. Walczak and a timeout Stout. Well, they're letting them get physical, and that's what is going on right now. And you know what? The crowd loves it, John.
Well, and we got a couple hands on some balls there that they showed a little too much of, and we were able to get some deflection.
That'll be your first time out of the game. Well, let's see. I was here for the alumni game, and those that actually played today. There's a whole host of alumni, and I'm going to get those to you at halftime. But playing on the purple team, Nick Krull, Blake Erke, Aaron Knez, Garrett Nelson, Ryan Peterson, Ethan Bublitz. Playing for the gray team, Jordan Brzezinski, MJ Delmore, Drew Fredrickson, Brady Wagner, Mark Nelson, and Jack Mulhern. And Colin Hazy was here as well. I told Colin, no matter which team wins, you win, because he was, of course, the great manager for so many years, along with Jack, who could play a little, and Jack got in and played a little with the guys here.
Yep. Great group of guys.
That's for sure. Inbound Stout, Pointers up by 2, the first lead of the game at 22-20. Skip pass over the top, it'll go left side. Back into the game here is Nelson. He'll hand it there to Walczak. Walczak against Carter, got erased on a screen. Step back by Walczak, off the rim, out of bounds into the corner. Pointer basketball.
What a good switch
was
off.
a tough non-call on the hip check that time by Weiss, don't you think?
I thought I've seen a lot of that on those high ball screens, Scotty, and they haven't called but one of them. But good closeout by Logan Baumgartner. He had to switch on that screen.
Josiah Butler, his pass stolen away. Here comes UTEC down the lane, tied up by Josiah. They're going to call a foul. Looked like Josiah maybe had tied that up, but they're going to call a foul on him.
But what a lazy kind of pass out top.
Yeah, he's kind of talking to Logan there, like, why didn't you step to the ball?
Yeah.
You gotta. So I don't know.
And then they're not going to call that shooting, Scotty, so it turns out to be a really good foul.
Yeah, I didn't think it was technically a shooting foul. Vic will be the inbounder. He tosses it in long. Back out to Vic. High right side Walczak against Carter. UTEC goes left wing on the dribble. Wilhelmsen, ball tipped away. Butler almost had it. Vic gets it back open from the left wing, in the air off the side of the backboard. Malik will track it down. Now you've got you only have a 2-on-4. Kick out Logan, open three, not going to go. Boy, that would have been huge.
Yep.
5:09 to go, and they're going to beat you back down the floor, but they threw it too far out of bounds. Pointer basketball.
Yep, they were flying off of the rebound, and a little better pass might have connected for 2. Boy, we've had a couple of rhythm threes, Scotty, that you would have sure loved to have seen gone in.
All right, Carter Combs over to Josiah Butler. I don't think we've hit a 3 yet. Into the left corner. Combs wants a trip. Oh, he's got it. There you go. On cue. That is the second, actually. Darius had thrown one in at the horn. 25-20 Pointers, their largest lead of the game. Vic bounces it to UTEC. Pointer women lost by 10, 74-64 to a good stout women's team. Inside, turnaround jumper, in and out, no. Rebound to Vic, kick out, open three, off the rim, no.
Over the back.
Rebound by Vic. How did they not call that? Down to the baseline, spin move inside. Ball gets free, out to Walczak. And after all of that, he hits a 3. That had to be a foul on Vic.
How is that not?
How is that not a foul on Vic? Wow. I think point is called this time out, yes?
They did. We did.
4:16 to go. I mean, Vic was absolutely all over the back of, I believe, Malik.
Well, whoever was a backside board.
Well, you don't get.
And, those are interesting to me because they were the only 2 guys on that backside, and they were right in front of the officials. So,
who
didn't
turned
see
a
it.
blind eye, right?
Well, or he didn't see it the way we did.
Well, he's got to get better goggles on. Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service, performed by qualified technicians you can trust. You know, you heard of rose-colored glasses?
Yeah.
We have purple-colored glasses
there you
here.
go.
Maybe gold, huh?
Give Stout credit coming up with those 50-50 balls. There were a couple scrambles in that possession, and they were able to get the ball both times.
Yeah,
And that's when shooters
Luck of the
become
draw.
so dangerous, Scotty, when you get in that scramble situation where the ball is kind of loose, you're in a 50-50, people are scrambling for it, and then shooters just kind of go find that spot on the arc and are usually wide open and in rhythm.
Both teams are shooting 33%. The catch is Stout has had 6 more shots than Stevens Point. The difference, the Pointers have hit 7 of 10 from the free throw line.
Yep,
as of right now.
They've had 7 offensive boards. Second chance points, Scotty. Stout 9-3. They've hit 3 threes off of second chance opportunities.
Yep. It should be Pointer ball. They just scored. It's got to be point ball, 25-23. Stout trying to come out and take the ball.
Well,
in
here, if the officials will give it to you,
well,
I
understand that.
And they're going to come out. They're going to show some full court, but they're going to go man or trap. They're going to trap.
Up the sideline. Myron now with numbers attacks almost to the baseline, but didn't go all the way. Back outside to Josiah Butler.
And now back to half court man.
Malik on the right wing gets a step, goes up inside. He'll score. There's some athleticism right there. His first 2 pointers by 4, 27-23. UTEC off the left side screen, gives it up on top here to Weiss. Weiss, handoff Vic, trying to get by Malik. Kick to the corner. Walczak 3, in and out. No. Malik with a rebound.
And now they're going to call it on Cal.
Yeah.
Who is just backing Nelson out of there. This is the same official that didn't call the over the back the last time.
Yeah, he's missed a couple now. Inbound, it'll come. UTEC wants a triple. That spins out. No. Rebound, Seth Myron. 27-23 pointers. Josiah. He got cut off by UTEC there. Just a stronger player. Gets inside, pokes it away. Ball comes free. Picked up by Stout. Walczak to the other end. You have to match their physical play. Turnaround is short.
Foul.
And now a foul on Myron.
Yeah, I think he got the elbow. Seth doesn't think so.
Darius will come back. Myron's second, I do believe.
Yeah, he'll have to take a seat for the last 3:16.
Free throw on the way is good here for Jacob Walczak, who already has 9 points in the game.
Yep, their leading scorer at 14-2, and he's a 78% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
As you would expect from a guard, right?
Well, you would expect it. Donaz get it. He made them both. And the lead down to 2 at the moment for Stevens Point.
Well, we had a little momentum going there, and a couple calls that we would have preferred to go the other way.
Bolden bounces right side. Malik into the lane, backing down. Little shoulder push off to Cal, who is absolutely hammered going up, and all they say is out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's the discussion I had today. Where does that, so much happens on those, Scotty, with contact, even below. Everybody's kind of watching up on the rim, but a lot of stuff's happening lower.
Cal baseline gets in deep, spins, goes up, overlays, rebound fought for. Coming out of there with it is Weiss. Cal gets a little too deep, I think, on some of those, and doesn't have a real good angle to put it off the glass, which is what he likes to do.
And, of course, the defender on those occasions has a right to their verticality.
Vic, tied up by Carter Combs, and they didn't call that. Pulls it out of there, takes him into the lane, poked away by Josiah. Kick out 3, not going to go. Darius high for the rebound. Pulls it out and brings it up the right side. Bolden into the front court, stops at the arc. Outside to Butler, over to Combs, into the low post it'll go. Cal Crone with it. Cal trying again to back his way in against Lefevre. Bounces it out on the wing. Darius with it there. Shot clock at 13 on the baseline. Bolden dribbles out. Combs fakes the 3. Drives right to the hoop. Waited too long. Favor came over and swatted it away. Pardon me, that was Nelson. Up it'll come quickly. Weiss swings it over. Here is Walczak to the free throw line. Off the rim. No long rebound. Carter Combs. Out it'll go to Darius Bolden into the front court. Pointers by a pair. Minute 43 to go. Left wing down to the baseline. Darius kicks it out. Make that Malik with it at the elbow. Back to Darius on the left side. Bolden working against Vic, just holding the ball, drives him on the baseline, gets in deep, kicks it out. Josiah fakes the three, pulls up for the jumper, off the rim. Cal rebounds, double clutches, triple clutches, underlays, and is fouled.
Well, that one he got. And if you wanted me to tell you what the difference was in any of those sequences, they're playing hard, I'll tell you that. Both teams really playing hard.
Josiah passing up an open three is kind of telling you he's not feeling it at the moment.
Clearly our best three-point shooter. They kicked that from the inside out, Scotty. I thought that would just be a catch and shoot. And he opted to pass that up and dribble a little closer and try the 15-footer instead.
Cal Crone made the first. That is the 10th team foul, by the way, on Stout. 28-25, a chance to make it a 4-point lead if Cal can hit here. Minute 19 to go in the opening half on your Final Score Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard. Plan your before or after game get-togethers at the Final Score. Second to Maria Stevens Point. Made them both. Pointers up by 4, 29-25. Shane Targent into the game for Stevens Point.
About 3 or 4 possessions are all that's left in this half. See what you can do.
29-25. Vic guarded by Targent now. Out on top it will go LeFevre, hands it off to Utek. Sets the screen, Utek trying to get by Darius. Powers his way into the lane, comes to a stop. Underneath Logan, down on the floor, and I'll tell you what,
they're going to call
he got stepped on by LeFevre, and he got stepped on in that spot where you don't want to take that kind of a hit.
And are they going to call a double foul?
I don't know, but Logan went down and then kablooey, as they say.
Well, they ought to look at this, Scotty, to see if it's a flagrant. Look.
I don't think it was. I think he went down and he stepped back and.
Well, I saw the step, and that's what they got to look at.
Well, we'll see. 29-25. They'll look at it right next to you. So
flagrant does not have to be intentional. Keep in mind the rule is a flagrant is an unnecessary aggressive act against another player, and that could be construed as that. But we'll let the guys look and get the ruling here.
Badgers win out on the West Coast today.
Yep, good win for the Badgers.
84-69. Marquette at home falls to Xavier 59-57. Pacelli boys down in the Dells pick up a impressive win over Alma Center 56-51. Cam Shirk had 22. Lucas Hammerly was 16. Zach Yaide with 10 for the Cards. The Pacelli girls are playing down there. Women's hockey today, Eau Claire over our Pointers 6-0. Pointer men's hockey, an 8-3 win over Hamlin last night. They're at St. John's today. Pointer swimming dunked, if you will, UW Oshkosh in their meet yesterday.
You dump people in the pool, right?
Yeah.
Of course, one of the truly great programs at UWSP has been our swimming program. They have been at the top of this conference for decades.
That they have. As of right now, our scoreboard says Logan Baumgartner has the foul.
Well, I think the official went out like this, which said to me he was calling a double foul on both players. But now they're reviewing the step, and it's taking a while. So, I mean, there's enough there to really come to interpretation. Should that step constitute a flagrant foul? And keep in mind, that doesn't have to be, I'm going to hurt somebody intentionally like the old days when you had a flagrant technical. A flagrant foul is simply an overly aggressive act against another player that was unnecessary. So that's the ruling.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get the
it'll either be a common
determination
foul,
here in a moment,
or it'll be a flagrant.
The officials huddling right at center court so nobody else can be privy to their conversation.
This is taking a bit of time. They're really trying to figure out, does that rise to the level? It's got to be right on the edge, right?
Well, must be, right? I mean, goodness, this is longer than a football replay, that's for sure.
Well, and now the two guys that did not make the call are going over to the gentleman who was there and called the fouls, I believe, fouls, and what he actually saw. And that might determine what they finally come up with here. But Boy, this is a long stoppage of play.
That's for sure.
I like this from the standpoint they can come and get stuff right on the monitor now, but I don't like it from the standpoint it does stop play.
Well, they're each going to come and talk to the respective coaches, and I'm only going to guess we're not going to be happy about this. Just trying to watch the two coaches.
Well, I'm not sure.
29-25, we're working off a double foul on a rebound.
See if I can
under
get
the
an
Stout
official
basket. Well, Coach Dern isn't screaming. And we're going to get an we're getting the explanation here, and they're explaining it to the Dean of Hoops. And then we will, if he can figure out how to put his headset on again. I know that's a tough thing to get that on and off. But
I'm sorry. So they've got the common foul on the hold against Stevens Point, Seth, and then they called the F1 or a flagrant one against the Stout player for the stomp.
Logan Baumgartner just made 2 free throws.
And we will get possession.
Okay. So now you have a 6-point lead, and you'll have the basketball.
You know, when I saw the stomp, I thought it was unnecessary, but of course I'm sitting here wearing purple. So now what do we got?
Well, let's see. Now we have...
Are they checking what's left on the game clock, perhaps?
That's possible.
And now we're going to go. Boy, that was a long stoppage of play.
We should have timed it, but... Wow, almost need a nap after that. 31-25 Pointers with the ball and a 6-point advantage. Remember, they started off basically almost down by 10. Malik on the baseline drive, right side, nothing available. All it'll go to Darius into the free throw lane, kicks it out. Shane Targin was open. He doesn't like to shoot it out there. Walks his way down in. 10 on the shot clock. Handoff to Josiah. Josiah with 2 points in the game. Pulls up for the jumper. Just like that. Josiah Butler with 4. Pointers by 8. 33-25.
This will be the last possession. Stout will probably take this right down to 0.
Vic right at the timeline. Targin trying to guard there.
You don't have to get too close way out there, Shane.
Yeah, I wouldn't think. Vic off the high screen, bounce pass to the right side. UTEC, they got it in deep up over Malik, and they'll score it. Lefevre. That was a little easy. Darius from 3 quarters off the top of the backboard. We will head to the locker room. Well, what a nice turnaround by the UW-Stevens Point men's basketball team as they rally to grab a 6-point halftime lead. 33-27 over the Stout Blue Devils. We'll come back in a couple of minutes. University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN. UW Stevens Point up by 6, and we'll have the basketball to start it off, Z.
Yep, here we go.
Inbound, it'll come to Josiah Butler, being bothered by Vic, and a quick foul called on Vic. Now, there you go. There wasn't really all that much out there, but we get a foul early.
But he had the right hand on the jersey. And, boy, out on front, you just can't put hands on people. Inside, kill each other, but not out on the perimeter.
Pretty much the case, right?
Yep.
Cal handoff, Darius to the corner. Back to Cal, off the screen. It goes from Josiah to Cal down the lane. What a beautiful setup play. Cal's first basket of the game, 35-27. Pull up three, Walczak, and there you go.
He said, there's an answer.
Yeah. He got 2 and he gave up 3. 35-30. Josiah brings it up for Stevens Point. That settles all of us Pointer fans down quickly, doesn't it?
Yep.
Butler on the wing, gets down on the right block. A little lean in, goes up, left it short. Got his own rebound, trapped underneath. Who's he going to find help from? Throws it out to Darius, over to Malik. Down on the baseline, pulls up. Wings the pass to the corner for 3. Butler off the mark and out of bounds. It'll be Stout basketball.
Well, that was a tough pass across the baseline. I'm not sure how Malik even had vision to see Josiah. We got to get Josiah going, Scotty.
Yeah.
That's his spot.
He has not hit a three-pointer yet tonight. I don't know what he is numbers-wise. Out on top, they get it to UTEC over the top of the circle, down the lane, up off the mark and back in.
You know, you've got to recognize his right hand. All his drives, Scotty, have been to that right block up.
Yep. Take his right hand away.
You take it away.
Left corner pass will go to Malik. Down on the block, kick out to Seth Myron, over to Darius. Thought about 3, tried to get by UTEC. Covered up, step back, 17-footer, not going to go. Rebound Stout. You're up by 3. Here they come. Vic on the left wing. UTEC going baseline. Bumps into Josiah. Got in deep. Takes the short runner. Got it. He's got 12 points, and the lead is down to 1.
Well, one thing about AJ, he's strong as can be.
Yep. He came in averaging 11.5. He's got 12 already. Cal Crone, top of the circle. Backs down against Lefebvre. Into the corner to Myron. Got to get him going. Got to get Josiah going. Josiah against Vic on the wing. Nowhere to go. Malik over. It'll come to Darius. Looked in at Cal. Gets by UTEC down the lane. Out to the corner. Myron open 3 in the air.
Boy,
mailed that thing. 35-34. Quickly up the right wing. Walczak. His pass deflected and out of bounds. It'll go back to the Blue Devils.
Scotty, 2 open threes on back-to-back possessions from the corner, which is, you know, the easiest three-point shot in some regards, and neither one was close.
That is a fact. Vic will control out on top. Heads right, bumps into Cal, into the corner. It'll go to UTEC. UTEC will take the 3 and bury it out there.
You know, he got them going in the start of the game, and he's doing the same thing here in the second half.
Into the front court and a timeout, Stevens Point. 17-25, and A.J. UTEC hearing it right now. Yep. He's kind of saying, okay, you can't guard me. 37-35 Blue Devils, 17-25 to go. Let's take a 30. We'll come right back. Pointers basketball on WPCN. But you've given up 10 and find yourself down a pair.
Yeah, and they've made 4 for 4 from the floor, 2 of 2 from behind the three-point line. AJ's not a great three-point shooter, just 22% on the season. That last one was nothing but that. Yep.
Yeah, right now, again, we do not respond to physical play very well, in my opinion.
Yep. Well,
maybe it's because you have younger bodies, although UTEC is the same age as these guys.
But on the other hand, you've had 2 open threes from your corner.
Yeah, and nobody's
missed them both badly, or you essentially have, you know, canceled out their run here.
Inbound, it'll come to Cal. Stevens Point down a pair. Well, get back going again. Darius on the baseline. Got bumped a little, got inside, ties it up.
Well, can we
Tied at 37.
Can we get a defensive stop here to start this half?
Vic up the right side. Bounces it to Walchuk. Walchuk to Weiss. Left side, UTEC. They'll set a screen. UTEC into the circle. 17-footer buried again. He is on fire.
Yeah.
He wants it right now. He wants to beat his old school.
Scotty, and we have struggled against that high ball screen all game so far.
Darius on the wing. Over the top of the circle, into the left corner, it'll go to Myron. Seth trying to get in against Weiss, backing down, spins. Then he's got to face LeFevre, kicks it out to Malik. Back down to Cal, right block. Cal wants to go left, spins, goes back up inside and scores it.
Boy, he showed a lot of patience that time. Gathered, regathered.
They go over the top and right back down to the other end, miss it. Rebound, LeFevre, tied up. Tried to take it up. What are we going to get, a foul or a jump ball foul?
Yeah, and I thought he traveled on the catch. No call.
Myron's third.
Yeah, ouch.
That'll bring in Logan Baumgartner.
Tell you what, Stout takes the ball and goes. Early offense, tough to guard.
Tied game, and Cade LeFevre, Justin Nelson will be at the line.
He's a good free throw shooter, Scotty. He's 80%.
First one on the way is good.
You get a guy with that size that can shoot. That's a nice catch.
40-39 Stout. Well, 16-19.
Yep, Seth will be on the bench for a good long time here, probably 8 minutes.
Second one coming is in and out. No, rebound, Bolden. All right, you're down one. Malik on the wing, into the lane. Spins, lost it, got it back. Takes his time, goes up, had it blocked, picked up by Cal. He has it stripped away. Wasn't paying attention. Outlet will go. UTEC into the front court. Schwarzenberger got inside, laid up and in, and a foul. And we're just getting beat inside right now.
And we're not reacting to where the ball is. That ball just got past the middle of the floor, 40 feet out. And I tell you what, give Schwarzenberger credit because they saw that open lane.
42-39, and they'll be going to the line, and that'll be the second foul on Logan Baumgartner in this ball game. And immediate timeout, 42-39 Stout. We're coming right back. Pointers basketball on WP's. I was kind of hoping that we might find our way into the bench a little bit here today. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
Yeah, well, we may have to out of necessity, but I'll tell you what, Stout, the Blue Devils, Scotty, playing with a lot of resolve, more so than our Pointers. They're the more aggressive team. They're certainly the more physical team.
Yeah, we don't seem to respond at times overly well to getting bumped and pushed and banged instead of pushing back. Free throw rattles around and drops through for Schwarzenberger, the freshman out of Bloomer, Wisconsin. Well, his first three, you're down by 4. Left side, it'll go to Combs. Carter against Schwarzenberger, over to Logan. Hands it off there. Darius gets into the lane, pulls up, 13-footer, banked it in.
Not sure that was his intention, but we'll take it.
43-41. Now you have to get tough.
Yeah.
Get tough. Josiah Butler coming back in here in a moment. It'll go to Walchuk on the right wing. Carter has him. Walczak down to the baseline. Bigger than Carter. Gets inside, turnaround 12. Missed it. Carter with a rebound. That is one thing. Carter tracks down rebounds and then a bad pass. He'll do that once in a while. He likes to throw over the top, and you can't do that so well in college. Into the corner, it'll go to Walczak. Schwarzenberger at the free throw line. Kicks it out here to Nelson. Nelson to the corner. UTEP 3, left it short. Malik tips the rebound into the hands of Cal Crone. Off to Carter Combs. Front court, Darius over to Malik on the right side. Darius almost lost it. Takes it to the free throw line. Baumgartner left side, right back to Darius. Shot clock 15. Combs on the right side. Schwartzberger down low. Cal with a jumper. It won't go. Tipped up by Logan. No, got his own rebound and got knocked to the floor. Foul called on the Blue Devils.
Yeah, it should be on Schwarzenberger. You know, Logan did a really smart thing there. He said, I'm not going to be able to rebound this backside, so I'm just going to tip it off the board and go get the second one. And that's exactly what he was able to do.
That is the second team foul on Stout. Fresh 20 on the shot clock as the inbound comes to Baumgartner on the right side. Trying to power his way in with a little off arm. Goes up left hand, underlaid it. Here they come, Vic into the front court. Down the left side, kick to the corner. Ball in hand, out on top with it is Stoik. Stoik backs his way in against Carter, and then foul called. That'll be on Carter Combs and his second.
Well, that's quite a battle. We're trying to take advantage of the freshman once in a while.
Tyshawn Teague Johnson in for Malik Abdul Wahid right now. Malik struggling in this one again. It's a physical game. Inbound baseline jumper. You didn't defend that. Nelson easy too. And you are down by 4, 45-41.
Cut to the ball, caught, and shot.
Baumgartner right hand off Bolden. Darius gets into the lane, down the lane, goes up, can't hit it. Rebound Nelson. Back it'll come quickly. Vic. Then he'll wait for his teammates. Works against Tyshawn. Kick out on the wing. It'll go there to Weiss. Weiss into the corner to Walczak. Walczak gives it up and threw it away from Vic. That's got to be over and back, and it is. So we'll go back to Stevens Point here. Hilltop Pub and Grill for lunch or dinner. The Hilltop is there for you for dine-in or carry-out. Open daily at 11.
We've been outscored 18-8 to start this half. Very similar to the first half, Scotty. 10 points.
Except now you don't get a second half to come back. 3 from the right wing won't go there for Carter Combs. Rebound Stout. On ahead it'll come. They have a chance to extend a 4-point lead. It'll go over. Catch, shoot. Walczak missed that one. Rebound. Vic, and a rebounding foul on Stevens Point again. And that's going to go on Darius Bolden.
Well, they're shooting threes, and sometimes they come up high and long, and those are hard to run down. We are not a big team. Matter of fact, we don't have a tall lineup out there right now.
6'5" is the biggest you have.
Yep.
Vic over to the right side. Walczak off the screen, opened up. Now they'll bounce it back on the baseline. Nelson inside double team, still with the ball, kicks it out. It'll come out on top to Stoik. He got away with an extra step. Ball in the lane. Away, and a foul called on Josiah Butler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy, they had the shot clock running down, too. It was at 3. They were going to have a hard time getting a shot. That's
5 team fouls on point now.
That's kind of a turnaround from the first half where the Blue
Yeah.
Devils got in this foul troubles, and now it's the Pointers with 5, UW Stout 2. You know, that kind of is a reflection on who's a more aggressive team right now.
Yeah, I think that's the bottom line. Vic the inbounder for Stout. On top to Walczak. They got the fresh 20 on the shot clock off that foul there. Into the hands of Weiss. Boy, need to stop right here. Vic right at the timeline with 8 seconds. He'll start. Gets by Malik right down the lane and goes to the glass and scores.
You know, they have those big bodies setting the high screen. And they're hard to get around, and we haven't gotten around them. You might be better off to go under those screens.
Just assume that maybe they won't hit a shot if they give it back.
Yep.
Tyshawn over to the right side to Bolden. Now you're down by 6 again. And again, the ball gets stuck. Spin into the lane. Darius got inside and just curled it over the top of the rim and in. 47-43. Right wing three, airmailed out of bounds. Nearly a foul on a three-point shooter. They did not whistle. Pointer basketball coming up here.
They ran that offense earlier in this half, Scotty, so that Walchuk could get that quick three, and they hit the three. That time he missed it.
Cronin for Bumgartner, Vista Royale campground, Alicia Woodboat in Bancroft, making memories one campsite at a time, down by 4 right now. 12:25 to go. You had a 6-point halftime lead. Josiah Butler with all of 4 points in the game. Bolden to the left corner to Butler against UTEC. Drives it inside, and a foul on UTEC, I assume, and that's going to be his second. Only the third team foul.
Yep. Long ways to go. About 15, but
that is for sure.
Tell you what, the first 7 minutes of that first half sure looked an awful lot like the first 7 minutes of this half.
6'9" Colin Hudson into the game. Malik baseline jumper, not going to go. Long rebound, Schwarzenberger. They'll bring it up. He's got it in hand. Schwarzenberger goes right, throws it behind UTEC and out of bounds. Schwarzenberger with the, well, bright blue high tops going right now. I guess mid tops.
Those turnovers drive a coach crazy, don't they? I mean, just to start first pass into the offense and just didn't connect.
Yep. Carter Combs comes back in for Darius Bolden here. Butler left against UTEC. Down to the baseline. Trying to go in against UTEC. Double team comes. Still down. Goes up tough inside. Can't get it to go. UTEC struggles and gets the rebound away from Josiah. Into the front court. It'll come with Hudson. Out on the right wing. Spin. Schwarzenberger lost it. Picked up by Carter Combs. Wanted to go to Tyshawn. Couldn't find a way to get the ball up there, so alertly kept it in his hands. Carter Combs bounces it. Malik on the left wing. Out on top, it'll go to Cal. Top of the circle, starts left wing. Keeps his dribble. Going to try to go down on the baseline. Spin. Goes up baseline. He will score.
They cleared the whole left side of the floor. Gave Cal a little bit more room to work.
47-45, back within 2. UTEC front court forced out. 11:05 to go in the ball game. Stevens Point trying to battle back. Trying to get back on the winning side. We've struggled at home here. UTEC down the lane. Ball poked away. Picked up by Malik. Malik on ahead. Right down the middle of the floor. On ahead to Tyshawn. Layup good! Back even at 47. Nice pass out in front to the freshman out of Beloit Turner.
And scored off
Schwarzenberger high left.
Yep, scored off the defense.
Over it'll go to UTEC. Off the screen, UTEC lobs it across the way into the hands of Stoik. And down underneath, poked away and out of bounds.
We're going to get a timeout.
10:33 to go in the half. We're all even at 47. We've got the timeout. We'll take the break. Coming right back. Pointers basketball on WPCN. Game, John, it's all tied up, so who wins from this point in?
Well, I guess they're going to determine that on the floor, Scotty. It sure has the same flavor as the first half. Blue Devils, 8 of 13 to start this half, 61%. At one point in the first half early, they were at 70%. So, I tell you what, if we can't slow that shooting percentage down, I'll put my money on the Blue Devils.
47 apiece. Stout will inbound under its own basket here. Vic back in. The inbounder gets it on the floor to Nelson. Back out Vic underneath. Well, they beat Tyshawn in there, and he's fouled. Well, Tyshawn now going to guard a 6'9" sophomore.
And well-conceived play, Scotty.
Yeah.
They took the inbounder and ran him up the middle of the floor to get the pass back, and then had a late cut.
Well, that's team 6, so they shoot from now on. Nelson on the block. Kick it out to UTEP. Across the way, Vic. Looked at Stoik in the corner. Shot clock at 8. Vic against Tyshawn Teague Johnson. Into the lane. Backing down. Scooping layup, and he scored it. He's got 6.
Right as the shot clock was about to go to 0.
So a 2-point lead for Stout. Carter Combs, long cross court. Butler got by his man, got in deep. Layup, no, but a foul on the floor before the shot.
Well, good job of
foul 4.
Josiah recognizing the 6'9" guy on him and said, all right, you're going to come out here. I know I can beat you.
That's on Hudson, his 3rd. Point will inbound under its basket. Comes into the right corner to Cal Crone. Cal, handoff Malik. Down to the baseline. Malik trying to work against Vic. Malik has a size advantage there. Butler open baseline jumper, swirls out. He cannot buy one tonight. Rebound to UTEP. He's killing you. UTEP up the right sideline. Already 17 points in the game. Out on the wing, it'll go to Vic. Vic into the lane, down the lane against Tyshawn again. Out it'll go. Running baseline, getting in, overplaying Butler. He'll score it with a foul.
And
that is Hudson.
Josiah just 2 of 7, Scotty.
And yet to hit a 3. Yeah, he can't buy one right now. That's 17 fouls and 4.
Well, we mentioned
Butler his 3rd.
This, last week and the week before, as everybody knows, Josiah's our best shooter, and they certainly lean on him.
Free throw, not good. Tyshawn Teague Johnson up with the rebound. Down by 4 right now. Combs into the front court. Malik on the wing. Drives down to the baseline left corner. Holds it there against Stoik. Kicks it out. Butler, top of the circle, starts left. Out to Cal. Shot clock 9. Cal looks. Puts it on the deck. Picks it up. He's at the arc. Got to get a shot off. And bad pass stolen away, UTEP. He'll take it down to the other end. He'll go up against Cal. Hit the bottom of the basket. Picked up by Malik. On ahead, it'll go to Carter Combs. Combs off to Malik, and they're going to say he traveled with the basketball. I don't agree, but that wasn't a pass that Carter should have made right there. Yeah. Malik wasn't even expecting it.
Well, they were hoping to have numbers and get some early offense. We've been struggling in our set offense, so Carter was hoping to get an early cutter.
Myron in, Crone out. That was 2 you needed to get right there. You're down by 4.
Well, and we're getting down to crunch time.
Yep. Well, credit Stout. They're the surprise right now. They have changed something from the first 6 games of the year, and boy, are they playing basketball. Out on top, Weiss. UTEP in the high right corner. Swings it over to Vic. Can he get a stop here? UTEP into the lane. Pulls up. Takes the short jumper. Knocks it down.
He's making everything, Scotty.
Yeah, well, he shot enough baskets here.
Yeah, well, he knows the floor, right?
Over to Darius Bolden, looking at Myron, in on the right block. Spins underneath the basket, got in deep, goes up right hand, lays it in.
Well, you can't trade baskets at this point.
Down by 4. That's the first basket of the second half for Myron. Vic kick to the corner, running baseline, and they leave it wide open, and a step to the glass, and Stoik gets his first 2. Back down by 6. Bolden over to Combs, open 3, off the rim, no. Rebound, they take down Josiah Butler. That will be a foul on Stout.
That's going to be on Vic. I think we're going to get another media here. Well,
it's getting down to the nitty-gritty, 7:43 to go. Pointers down by 6 right now. Media timeout. We'll take a 30-second break, come right back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball. score they have already dropped. Now they're struggling in yet another home game in conference play.
Right, and you can see who's running their offense more efficiently. The Pointers 8 of 20 in this second half, 40%. Stout, 12 of 18, 67%. I'll tell you everything that Stout has done that has changed what happened in the first half. They have kept us off the foul line.
Yes.
And we have not shot a free throw in the first half. We made 11 of 14, and we have not shot one here with 7:43 to go. And that's been a huge difference in this game, is Stout's ability to play their defense without fouling.
All right, Blue Devils will have to play some defense here. Point will inbound. Carter Combs still looking, lobs it on the right block to Seth Myron. They'll clear out for Seth. Step back jumper, and he got it. Seth now with 6 in the game. You're down by 4, 55-51. Vic up front for the navy blue and white clad Stout Blue Devils. Across the way, it'll go to UTEC. Into the high post. Right there, Lefebvre. Into the corner for 3. Off the rim, Malik High for the rebound for Stevens Point.
Scotty, we came out in a 1-3-1 zone. You haven't seen that out of a Pointer team for a long time.
Right side, Darius Bolden. We did last week, actually, while you were out sick. Darius into the lane. Kicks it out. Carter thought about a 3. Gives it back to Darius down the left of the lane. UTEC with the foul.
And that'll be a shooting foul.
Yeah, and that is team number 6. So now Darius goes to the line. This is, I believe, the 2-shot foul, right?
It would have to be.
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure they were going to give him the shot.
Both teams now will shoot the last 7 minutes and 1 second.
3 on UTEC. Darius to the line. 55-51. And he's got the first. If he can make 2, you're back within a basket. Stoffacher will come in for Stout. Back in comes Walchek, their leading scorer.
UTEC with 19 tonight.
Yeah. There he is. Got him both.
The average is, 11-5 on the year.
Yeah. 55-53, Stout, 7:01 to go in this one.
He's also
trying to get this crowd into it. Somebody get some life.
UTEC also has 8 boards. He's almost to a double-double.
And I'll tell you what, Vic just simply turned it over. Yeah. He dribbled it off his foot and out of bounds. Now, take advantage of that mistake. Butler, Bolden, Combs, Abdul Wahid, and Myron on the floor.
Could we get Josiah 3-point shots here?
Butler up the screen from Combs. Top of the circle, 3. Not going to go. Rebound right through the hands of Myron. He had it, dropped it. Vic on top. That was almost an over and back. Weiss just got into the front court. Leaves it off here, just into the game. Wilhelmsen is back in. It'll go back to Vic on top. Weiss with it. 14 on the shot clock, into the hands of Walchek. Walchek, an excellent shooter. Works into the paint. Out high to Wilhelmsen. Over to Walchek, trying to get by Malik. He does on the baseline, goes reverse, and scores.
That 0
just gave him the basket.
And the worst part about that is they used an entire 30 seconds.
57-53, Bolden down to the left corner for Stevens Point. Malik just kind of nonchalanted defense there. Darius wants a triple off the rim. No. Rebound fought for Combs.
Could be a jump
ties
ball.
It up. I hope it's a tie-up and not a shooting foul.
That'll be Stout's ball if it is.
No, I think they're calling a foul.
Oh, really?
Nope, they're not. All right. 57-53. Cal will come back for Seth Myron.
Boy, we had Josiah with the shot I wanted, Scotty, and
he just can't make one today.
That was long. That was the same spot that he had a chance to beat Lacrosse, and same result, long off the back bracket.
All right, here you go. Weiss into the front court. Tyshawn Teague Johnson out there defensively. Walchek double team right sideline. Nearly stole it, and now a reaching foul on Butler.
That'll be a bonus. Problem is you send a really good foul shooter to the line in Walchek. 78%.
4 on Josiah Butler now.
Josiah's had a tough game.
Yeah, he has. Walchek is 2 out of 2.
Josiah 4 fouls and 4 points.
Ball check. Front end of the 1-and-1. He missed it. Rebound Darius Bolden. There you go. Long pass front court. Butler. Butler into the corner. It'll go to Tyshawn. Drives baseline. Gets in. Fumbled it. Got it into the hands of Cal. Goes up. Missed the bunny. That's the kind of day it is. Outlet pass will go to Weiss. Cal was right there. It was an easy putback. He missed it. Vic into the front court. You're down by 4. 5:18 to go in the ball game. Vic passes it out on top into the hands here of Walczak. Walczak double teamed, had it poked away, got it back. 10 on the shot clock. Out at the timeline, Weiss into the hands of Vic. Vic against Butler on the screen. Goes down to the baseline right. Backing his way in against Butler. Takes the shot, and that's a shot clock violation. Blocked by Josiah Butler.
Again, the only good thing of that possession was he used another 30 seconds.
Yeah. Logan Baumgartner back in for Tyshawn Teague Johnson. Good minutes for Tyshawn.
Scotty, we really haven't had anybody on the floor offensively that has been a go-to guy today.
Well, absolutely not. What are the pointer numbers from three-point range?
Let's see. 2 of 14.
All right.
Hard to win when you're doing that.
Butler will bring it up, 57-53, off the Cal Crone screen. Gives it up to Darius at the top of the circle. UTEP back in. He'll take UTEP down deep. Out to the three-point arc. Logan Baumgartner got it. He had to step back to find that extra point. 57-56. UTEP over the top of the circle. Hands it off there, and there's a screening foul on A.J. UTEP, his fourth. He leveled one of the pointers out there.
And now he'll have to play with a little more caution.
57-56, Stout.
They'll take him off the floor.
Yeah, with 4:29, save him for the last minute and a half or two, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Good
inbound to Carter Combs. Now a chance to maybe get this crowd going. Almost, in fact, you did throw it away. Then Carter got it back, goes inside, and has it stripped away and out of bounds. He was going to hand it to Logan, who fumbled it. Carter somehow got it back down the lane. I thought he was fouled. No whistle. You're going to get it inbound.
Everybody under the basket thought he was fouled.
Coach wanting the foul called. Darius Bolden will inbound. And he does to Logan on the left baseline. Baumgartner on the block, taking Weiss in, knocked Logan down, but kept his dribble, goes up, hands it off to Cal, who goes up, lays it up, and scores with a foul on Nelson. Cal Crone held it in that left hand just long enough and got it over the outstretched fingertips of Nelson. Hit the field goal onto the line. Three-point play possibility. You are up 1.
Scotty, the problem this season is we just haven't had any exciting basketball games. Jeez, game after game after game down to the wire.
Throw good for Cal Crone.
Life into WIAC.
Up by 2, 59-57. Market at 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. You got the lead back. Can you hold it? Over on the right side. Walczak off the screen to the circle. Into the hands this time of Stoik. He heads right to Vic. Getting down in deep, spins by Butler, covered up, kick out Walczak, 3, buried. And just like that, you're down 1.
Well, we triple-teamed the ball, and a good job by Vic, because he said, hey, somebody's got to be open, and finally Walczak showed up.
So you're down 1. Darius to the free throw lane. Underneath to Cal. Thought it was going to be an easy one, not so. Cal, short jumper, rims out, no. Rebound into the hands of Nelson. That was the same kind of shot that Cal missed to try to win the game the other day.
Yep.
Down by 1. Vic with it over to the right wing on the dribble. Off the screen by Nelson, splits the defense into the lane, kicks it out. Over to the corner, they'll lift it from there, off the rim. Backside rebound, Stout. Throw it out on top. They get a fresh 20. Weiss on the wing, Stoik drives to the basket and gets an easy layup.
You know, he's driven to the basket twice. Once from the left, now once from the right, and we've let him go both times.
62-59, point wants a timeout. 2:56 to go. And Stout back by 3. Well, when they get those offensive rebounds,
second chance
defense
points.
gets out of shape, and there you go.
Yep, we've been outscored 12-5 on second chance opportunities.
And that's huge.
Yep,
that is huge.
They're a little bigger, a little taller, and a lot of those long rebounds we just can't quite get up to corral.
Yep. And thus, you know, I'm not complaining. I love this team, but we were talking about it at halftime when that national championship group was out there. 6'7", 6'7", 6'6", 6'7", 6'5", and we're out there with 6'2", 6'1", maybe 6'4", and those long rebounds. If you're 3 inches taller with 3 or 4 more inches of wingspan, you secure those rebounds.
Well, you just got to battle hard, and one of the things that's happened now, Scotty, is we've been susceptible to straight line drives, and so we've really been doubling, even tripled the ball 2 possessions ago. So Stout has been able to find, open guys when you're having to double to keep people out of the rim, and then you're leaving people open, and their last 2 scores both came when they were able to kick out and find open guys. Now that time he came all the way from the wing, and nobody got his pass.
Yeah, we kind of stopped and looked, and nobody crossed over. You're going to come back with Combs, Crone, Butler, Abdul-Wahid, and Bolden.
Well, it's
You're down 3.
Just a 1-possession game, 2:56. That's a long time in basketball. But your margin of error is ever so slim.
Team fouls even at 8. Bolden bounces high. Crone. Cal at the top of the circle. Stopped his dribble again. Hands it off to Darius. Kicks it out to Carter. Over to Butler. Butler on the baseline. He got away with a push-off and missed that shot badly.
Yep, he did get away.
Josiah just not shooting well at all today.
That would have been his 5th foul, Scotty.
Yeah, and that should have been a foul, in all honesty. 62-59. Now you're in trouble. Vic with the ball. If they score here, you're in trouble. 2:24 to go. Over to the right side. Got by his man. Down to the corner. Wide open Stoik. In and out. No rebound. Darius Bolden. Up he will come. Right side. Crosses timeline. Stops at the arc. To the free throw lane. Step back. Down the lane. Spins. Still working. Goes up. Blocked out of bounds. Pointer basketball.
Yeah, just smothered.
We're getting smaller players in deep. They got shot blockers.
Yep. You got 6'1" trying to create something over 6'8". And the good thing about Nelson there, Scotty, he says, "Hey, I'm not leaving my feet. I'm not going to leave the floor. You're going to have to make it over my long arms."
Inbound to Cal. Backing in against Nelson. Goes, lays it up and in with a foul. Cal Crone stepping up right now. He's got 11 points in the second half, does Cal.
Who's going to help him?
4th on Nelson. 9th on the Blue Devils. Now to try to tie it.
Pointers have just 1 timeout left, Scotty, so you're going to have to keep that in mind.
Cal makes it. We're tied again, this time at 1:59. Now you need that stop that you always want to dig out. Vic to the top of the circle. Over to the right side. They'll take the 3 and nail it from there.
And a foul.
And a foul.
And that'll be Josiah Butler's. They made us pay for the 1-3-1, Scotty. They got that rotated to the wing. And Josiah was late getting there.
Butler is fouled out with 4 points in the game.
And this could be a 4-point play.
Yeah, well, that's the key right there. Josiah fouls out with 1:49 to go. Tough afternoon for the sophomore out of Fox Valley Lutheran High School. That means you got to step up.
Yeah, somebody else is going to fill his shoes. But, we came out of that 62-62 and struggling man-to-man. We came out in that 1-3-1, and they got it to their shooter.
Walchek will try to give them a 2-possession lead.
The problem is he's been hitting those from the right wing, Scotty, and
he missed it.
He's had so much time to look at those shots.
Seth Myron heads left. Out to Logan Bumgartner. On top to Darius. You don't have to get a 3. Down deep on the right block. Left block, that is. Logan on the wing. Back to Darius. Shot clock 16. Plenty of time. UTEP defending. Darius lifts the three, in and out, no, long rebound, Blue Devils. Over the top again. Up it'll come to Vic. A basket here would be a killer. Walczak for three more, left it short. Rebound on the floor, Malik. Who's going to step up and make a shot here? Abdul Wahid at the top of the circle, almost had it poked away. Got it back over to Darius. Heads left, spins down the lane, is fouled, and they didn't call that. They almost tackled him. Here comes Vic. Walczak open again, and they're up by 6.
And that could be the nail, Scotty. That could be the dagger, but we should be shooting free throws, because I tell you what, Darius absolutely got grabbed by Vic as he was clearing.
Yeah, I don't know how they could miss that. We could see it easy as heck. Yep. They actually grabbed him around the waist and not technically threw him to the floor, but you might as well say so.
Yeah, he was beat and he grabbed him. They barely stopped the basket, and, well, if the whistle doesn't blow, it becomes a great play, I suppose. Give Walczak a lot of credit. They have looked for him down the stretch, and their star has stepped up. He's 6 points from behind the three-point line.
He has
got
14 and a half and 24 in the game.
But that last one could very likely have been the dagger. Still got a minute to go, but now you're going to be in a situation, too, where you're going to have to foul. If you come down and score, I would think you're going to have to foul, because you can't give them 30 seconds to run off on you. Now the key is trying to extend the game.
1 minute even to go. You lost to Platteville. You lost to La Crosse. Are you going to lose a third straight Saturday on your home floor?
Well,
it's possible.
It's going to take a little bit of a miracle not to.
Darius Bolden into the front court. Over it'll go. Darius gets it back. On top, Myron. Wide open three. Not going to go. Rebounded by Malik. Malik out on the wing. On top to Darius. 49 seconds to go. Bolden gets down the lane. Goes up. Put back by Cal.
And we'll take the last timeout.
Good put back by Cal.
Yeah, Cal's kept us
Still
in
down
this
by
game.
4. That's exactly right. No one else can shoot the basketball today.
Well, we're just, for the game now, 22 of 62, 35%. 3 of 17, Scotty. We've been shooting the three pretty effectively, around 34% a game. And today, just 17%.
Tyshawn Teague Johnson going to come into the game here.
And we've had some open looks. I go back to when Stout was making that run to start this half, and we had 2 wide open looks in that left corner, and neither one was close.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh boy, those are shots. Those are shots you got to make.
Well, it's a funny game, basketball. You have a really nice team, but boy, you are struggling to win in this league, and that's what we kind of expect. Yeah, sometimes it's almost lip service, but
well, we didn't expect anything differently here tonight. We fully expected Stout to come in here and give us their best shot, and they certainly have done that. Now, they'll get the ball in the hands of Jacob Walczak, you would think, the senior out of Chippewa Falls, who is their leading scorer, and he shoots 78%. So I would think whatever they do here for inbounding this ball, they're going to end up in the hands of Mr. Walczak.
Wow. What a day. What a game.
Walczak, Scotty, 6'5", too. He's long.
Yeah.
He's a good shooter. They got him out at half court, but see if he breaks to the ball here.
All right. Inbounding. Weiss gets it on the floor to UTEP. Back to Weiss. Stolen by Carter Combs out of bounds. Ooh. Carter almost had a steal.
I tell you what, Weiss kind of held that ball out to where it was a target.
La Crosse did beat Oshkosh today, 75-62.
Oh, they got a break.
The inbounder. Well, they got a tie-up. A jump ball. That'll be Pointer basketball.
They did.
Carter Combs did that against La Crosse, and now he has done it again. Game not over yet, John.
No, absolutely. 39. You got time here.
Got to score.
Wow, that's a fact. That's a fact. You don't need a 3, though.
No. Bolden, the inbounder. You're down by 4. Still looking. No timeouts. Logan, catch, shoot, 3. Barry! All right. Now, can you get one more stop? Down by 1, 36.7. If you get a stop, you will get a possession. Into the front court, Vic runs it deep, gives it back to Walchuk. Walchuk against Malik. He takes it out to the timeline. They'll take as much clock as possible, and now Coach Lake will call the timeout. He does have 1 in his pocket yet.
Now, there's a 6 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
Let's go. This game cracking. That was a huge shot, too. And a huge jump ball, too.
They were going to take
nail biter.
They are, I believe, going to take their risk of getting Stout to miss a shot and then bring it down with 6 seconds to go and win at the buzzer. That would be the way that would work perfectly if you were a Pointer fan.
No timeout remaining for Point.
And Coach Lake knows they don't want to sit on 68, so he's going to put together his best offensive player. You got to think the big guy Nelson's going to be involved in this somehow. If nothing else, he's going to lay a really big ball screen up on top.
Partners Pub and Grill in Stevens Point, your pre-gaming headquarters since 1977. Taste the tradition. Stanley Street, Stevens Point.
See if they bring Uchek off a high ball screen here, Scotty, because we have not stopped him off of that play.
See if they don't just try to get to the basket. Inbound, it'll go to the corner. Weiss back out to Walchuk. On top to Vic. And that's called a foul.
I guess we did take the
Seth Myron.
So changed. You know, that could be a case where if a certain player got the ball in his hands, we would foul him. And Vic is 3 of 10, Scotty. So he's a 30% free throw shooter.
He gets 2, however.
But he's only...
If he makes 2, you tie with a 3.
Well, he stepped up and hit 2 free throws.
Well, we have a nice crowd. They're trying to make some noise here. Vic's first is on the way, and he missed that badly. Oh, my goodness.
You kind of wonder if he should have been on that floor as a 30% shooter.
Well, if he misses here, a simple basket would win it. Yeah, but if he makes or misses. First, you got to get the rebound should he miss, right? It's in the air, and it's good. It's a 2-point ball game right now.
But a basket will send it to overtime. Well, it won't.
Inbound to Bolden, and 19 on the shot clock. Into the front court. Darius to the baseline, lost the ball. He simply lost the dribble, and now you have to foul again. Tried to turn the corner with his right hand and lost control of the basketball. Picked up by Nelson. Foul. Utech to the line. 2 to win.
Now, AJ has not been a great free throw shooter this year either. Just 58%. But boy, oh boy. They get the 2. He could essentially end this game with 2 free throws.
Combs is going to come back in.
Alive. And, you know, you didn't have to go so fast, so hard, Scotty. When that occurred, there was still 13, 14 seconds.
Yeah, that's where if you had a timeout, you probably would have used it.
Yeah, but that's true.
Well, here you go.
And that's a case I thought you might have tried to get the last shot.
Utech, he gets 2 automatic. Former Pointer misses the first.
Well, we're going to have a chance to tie at least. Got a rebound again.
Yep. They take Nelson out. A good shot blocker.
And a good rebounder.
Utech will get the second. His team by 2. His team up by 3.
Well, you need a 3. Now, will they foul us?
3 to tie. 11.4 to go.
Will they foul us?
Comes over to Bolden. Darius into the front court, and he is fouled by Vic.
Yep, that's the strategy that most coaches like to employ. That if you need a 3 to tie us and we're inside 10, we're going to foul you. We're not going to let you shoot the 3. Still a lot of time left, though, Scotty. 7-8.
Yep. Free throw is for Darius Bolden. Gets you within 2. He's going to get 1 more.
I don't think you intentionally missed this.
second one, good.
Now you got a foul right away.
Tyshawn Teague Johnson is going to come in for whom? Cal Crone. And Ty's a pretty good three-point shooter, I guess.
Stout's going to use a timeout here.
That's got to be their last.
Now, one thing you got to be careful of here is sending that wide receiver down the floor and hitting them on the fly pattern. So they may have 4 guys up here on the front court, but who's up? You got to be cognizant that they may send a guy flying.
Yeah, whoever is back, right?
Yeah, the other strategy you can employ is you can try to hold the guy that you want to shoot free throws without it being called an intentional foul.
70-69 Stout, 7.8 seconds to go. The Pointers have hit only 4 of 18 from the three-point line.
I'll go back to what I said earlier. I would think they would like to have the ball in the hands of Walchuk. And in these last few seconds, they haven't been able to get the ball in his hand.
Well, it's, as you said before, an exciting game. Well, when you need access to health care, navigating the care options available can ensure timely treatment and reduce your wait times. Whenever possible, start with your primary care provider or consider a virtual visit. For worsening symptoms, Aspirus offers urgent care and, if necessary, emergency care for serious, life-threatening conditions. Better begins with Aspirus Health. Find out how at aspirushealth.org.
Scotty, Vic is on the floor, but you can't foul him because he's inbounding. Again, he's a 30% shooter. You might foul UTEP.
Vic trying to inbound. He bounces in. Oh, almost stolen away. Darius got a hand on it, tipped it away. The official right away said Stout ball. Lost 0.8 of a second there.
Trying to get it to Walchuk, which is the right thing for Stout to do.
He'll do it again. This time have to be from a permanent spot. Vic trying to inbound. Throws it in long over the top. Darius got beat. UTEP to the basket. Oh, the thing you couldn't do, you just talked about, John. And that is because you got caught looking.
Yep.
And Vic had nowhere to go. They were going to get called for a 5-second inbound violation. And then it broke down.
And that was our opportunity to get that steal.
And what is the count?
They're going to look at the monitor to determine if that's intentional. If it's intentional, game over.
Yeah.
But
70-69.
Just what we talked about was not getting beat on the fly pattern. And you're right, Scotty. I was watching Darius, and he looked in. He knew that shot clock, or the 5-second clock, was down to 1, and he peeked in. And you know what? Give UTEP credit. He said, I'm just going to take off and hit me. And a good play by Vic, because he recognized that situation and threw it long. And I've always said, even if it was well guarded in that circumstance, if you're going to run out of your 5, throw it to your backcourt, because then even if we got that ball, we would have had to catch it running away from our basket. We would have had to turn and come back to 70 feet or so. So either way, that was a wise play to not to try to force something under our basket. Boy, oh boy, we have made some mistakes here tonight.
Yeah, that's a fact. 70-69 Stout. And they're either going to go to the free throw line for 2 and a potential 3-point lead again, or it could be worse.
No, it would be a 3-point lead, and then they'll foul us again as they did the last time. Boy, oh boy, we had them, Scotty.
We were within an eyelash.
Oh boy, you know what? It was one of those calls. When is the official going to pull the whistle on the 5? It was that close.
Yeah, I agree with that. But UTEP will go to the line for 2. I have not heard yet if they have determined it was an intentional foul. By his reaction.
Yeah, they're going to call intentional, because if you look at Coach Stern's reaction.
Yep, that's it. UTEP is going to get 2
and the ball. So that's going to end the game, Scotty.
Well, wow. Free throw for UTEP is good. Well, credit A.J. Utek. He transferred because it was basically told he wasn't going to get any playing time. Made bold. And now
they get the ball.
They get the ball.
So
up by 3.
You know what, Scotty? And I'm going to tell you what. I think it was the right call.
Intentional?
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
What wasn't the right call was having to foul him in the first place, meaning it's too bad you got beat. They try to lob it in.
Oh, they're going to get a hole?
Foul before the inbound? No.
No, they're going to on the catch.
Okay.
So one here will end it now.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, we had
a two-shot foul no matter what.
We had some opportunities. And again, when you're the deepest guy, and I'm not trying to put this whole game on one player, Scotty, but when you're the deepest guy in that inbounds play, you know you got to play center field. You can't let a guy run behind you.
Nelson gets 2.
And we did.
His first on the way, in and out.
And he's an 80% free throw shooter.
Well, somehow you can get him to miss this one. You still have a chance. And Jack Hutchinson is going to come in. He's a very fine three-point shooter, although he hasn't had a shot in the game for how long now? Well, should he miss, you have to get the rebound and up the floor. 72-69, 6 seconds to go. This to maybe win the game. In and out, no. Rebound Malik, no timeouts. Darius into the front court, launches the 3 up the side of the basket. They don't call foul. They don't call any. Oh, they did call foul.
Yep.
And I didn't see it because people were in my way.
They took the fall right at half court before the shot.
Well, my question is, there was some concern. Was it an intentional foul?
No. I wouldn't call that intentional. Now they should also look and see how much time is left.
2.2 seconds.
Well, that's what
Darius tried to get a shot up.
He did. He knew.
And if it came from three-point range before that foul, he would get 3 free throws.
Yeah.
So what is really the call then?
Well, he was fouled first.
Okay. I
heard a good view. He reached and grabbed him just as he came over half court, and I wasn't sure they were going to call the foul, Scotty. And then Darius took another dribble or 2 and then launched it. And that was all a moot point because the official had already called that reach or grab a foul. But now, our clock person wouldn't have known that maybe and would have stopped the clock when the ball went out of bounds. And that took another dribble or 2 before the shot came. So what the officials are looking at is what was on the shot clock when the actual foul occurred. It wouldn't surprise me if we see another second on the clock.
All right. Final scores on the men's side. Eau Claire 99, Whitewater 69. Platteville over River 75-66. La Crosse beating Oshkosh 75-62. Those are all finals. We're still working on ours here.
Regardless of how this finally turns out, we've had opportunities, Scotty, and all the credit to the Blue Devils. They came out on the road. They weren't picked to be at the top of the league, and they put it to us tonight.
Well, they're bump and bang style.
Yep.
They're very physical style. They're going to be an interesting matchup with Platteville, who is so strong physically. I wouldn't doubt that Platteville will be able to handle that style that Stout will bring. And that game is coming up in Menominee 1 week from today.
But where Stout has a balance, Scotty, is they have a balance in size.
True. They do have plenty of size, right?
They bring a couple big post players out there that can move and play. And they set really big ball screens up on the top. And those big bodies have been difficult for us at times to get around as they've dove to the basket off that ball screen. So here's a case, Scotty. I think if you make the first one, you intentionally miss. You intentionally miss.
Grant Muntz is getting set to check in here. Darius' free throw is good.
Now you've got a big tip.
So now you bring Grant in for a possible tip.
Yeah, he'll tip it out. And the minute that he leaves the hands, you've got to have guys go to 3 different spots on the arc
Second free throw, rims off, tipped around, and we're going to get a foul, but who is it going to be on? We're going to get a foul. Who is it going to be on?
Oh, it's going to
be on A.J. Utecht.
No.
Now Darius
can tie the game
with 1.7, and Utecht has fouled out of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, if you're a Blue Devil fan, what just happened?
Now, of course, there's a little pressure on Darius because you still have to finish that off.
But I didn't see this. I didn't see that coming.
Nor did I, but we'll keep on our fingers, toes, and everything else crossed right now. First is good. This to tie the game with 1.7 seconds. And then, my goodness, you can't foul again, John.
No, if you miss it, wouldn't it be something if you tipped it in?
Second one is good. We are tied. 1.7 seconds. There should be no timeouts available for anybody. Tyshawn will get in for Grant Muntz here. All right, the fans are excited.
Wasn't too many years ago, Stout Through went in for half court.
Yeah, we remember
in a very similar circumstance.
Just don't. The Lob will come to half court, and that can't bounce that long three on the way. It's off the mark. That ball was caught at half court, back to the basket. He turned, took the dribble, and lined up in 1.7 seconds.
And that was going to count.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because it left his hand.
Clock.
It left his hand at .2. And it's like, that's our home clock.
Well, we're going to get an overtime here, folks. Yeah, we're complaining, I know. 72 apiece. What kind of an ending are we going to have here? We're going to get an OT. We're going to be back here in a moment. Pointer men's basketball, WPCN.
Once you realize that you're standing inside of a giant beer barrel, you'll know that this isn't just another restaurant. Now go on, open the door. And come on into the Hilltop Pub and Grill. Grab a hot off the grill burger with dozens of topping options. Steaks that always satisfy, or go for the fish fry. Now you don't have to wait till Friday. It's served every day. The Hilltop Pub and Grill has 19 beers on tap, including 13 Wisconsin brews and a menu loaded with flavor. The Hilltop Pub and Grill, just west of I-39 and Highway 10 interchange in Stevens Point.
Better begins with the way we live life together, the way we help each other, and the way we inspire and encourage one another. At Aspirus Health, better begins with our dedication to providing expert care that improves lives, establishing healthy families and healthy communities, yours and ours, for a lifetime. Life is a journey, and we're here for you. Better begins at Aspirus Health. Passion for excellence, compassion for people.
The Final Score Sports Bar and Grill. You can score amazing food and drinks at Stevens Point's perennial Sports Bar and
Well, you're going to get an overtime here. Wow.
How bizarre was that ending, Scotty? Utecht and Vic fouled out for the Blue Devils. Myron and Butler gone for the Pointers.
All right, here you go.
One timeout each. Yeah, thank you.
Unbelievable finish.
Jump will go to Stout.
Scotty, wasn't it only a couple years ago, a few years ago, when we scored 5 points in 2 seconds to beat Stout over there?
That's Stout there. And it was less than 2, I think. Bounce pass left side, Walczek with it. Against Malik down to the left baseline. To the elbow, kick out there. Weiss got by Logan down the lane, got in deep. Layup, no. Rebound. Weiss stripped away by Logan, out of bounds. Stout ball.
7 seconds on the shot clock.
Wow, wow, wow.
Well, we haven't done well on their inbounds under their baskets.
It will come in long. Bounce pass Lefevre. Into the lane. Turn around. Bounces around. Picked up underneath off the miss by Logan Baumgartner. Good D by Darius Bolden. Up it'll come. Can the Pointers get the first basket of the OT? Over to the right side, Baumgartner. Down on the block, it'll go to Cal Crone. He's working against Lefevre. Inside, he's called by Lefevre.
Yeah, and
he was going to get an easy two.
Well, Lefevre's kind of claiming that maybe he got hooked and held, but I didn't see that.
Cal will get 2 free throws. Stevens Point with Combs, Bolden, Crone, Baumgartner, and Abdul Wahid. Cal's first is good.
Scotty, I'll go back to the regulation that last minute. I don't know if Walchuk ever shot a free throw.
He did not. I can tell you that.
And I'm trying to tell somebody else how to play, but they did miss some. And he's your senior leader and a 78% shooter.
Cal makes them both pointers grab a 74 to 72 lead. We're in the overtime. Coach imploring the crowd to get going. Over the top of the circle with the ball is Stoik. Into the lane, turn around, Walchuk, in and out, no. Rebound, Darius Bolden. Up it will come, Stevens Point by 2 at the moment. Darius over to Carter Combs. Bounce into Cal. Fumbled but retrieved. Cal on the block against Lefebvre. Goes up left hand, scores! Cal Crone with 4. The Pointers up by 4. 76-72. 3.5 minutes to go. Handoff on top, Stoik. Over to the right side, it'll go there to Weiss. Weiss on the dribble, gets it out to Walchuk against Malik. Steps outside the arc. With it here is Walchuk against Malik. Poked away out of bounds.
By the way, each team gets a timeout now in the overtime. So each team has a timeout if they need it.
It will be Stevens Point basketball leading by 4 at 76-72. Darius Bolden brings it up, gets into the lane, then backs it out as Walchuk cut him off. Over to the right block, it'll go. Cal gets a step on Lefebvre, goes in, lays it up, got it! Cal Crone gives the Pointers a 6-point lead. Left wing with it is Schwarzenberger. Back out into the hands of Hudson. Hudson dribbles left, hands it off to Walchuk. We're forcing Walchuk out a little deeper. Weiss down the lane against Logan, goes up and scores it.
But I tell you what, if you're guarding Weiss, that's what he's looking to do. He's a driver.
78-74 Pointers, 2.5 minutes. We're halfway through the overtime. Carter Combs comes right and sends it back to Darius. Drives down the left of the lane against Walchuk. Backing his way down, off to Carter out on top. Gets by his man, down in deep, goes up, blocked away, picked up on the wing, that time by Bolden. Shot clock 7, takes the 3, pulls up from 14, in and out, no. Rebound pulled down here by Walchuk.
I thought he might have shot the 3 there, Scott. He was in rhythm.
Walchuk over to the right. Ball stolen away by Carter Combs on an exchange, trying to get it to Hudson. Carter with a big steal, a minute 52 to go. Darius into the front court. Stevens Point has a 4-point lead. A basket would be very huge here.
Oh, boy.
Obviously, we're cheering for our dogs. Darius Bolden high right, Walchuk on him. Long bounce pass to Cal out on the wing. Cal against Lefebvre. Into the lane, and a blocking foul on Lefebvre. That will be, I believe, his 3rd, and Cal to the line.
And he gets 2. Every time that they've got the ball to Cal further out, and the bigs have gone out to him, he's been able to go around. He's got to step inside. Inside, advantage, bigger, taller guy. No.
And maybe stronger physically.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep.
I'm not saying that Cal's not strong, but boy, you try to get that bump and bang against most of the guys in our league. Cal's probably given up some weight in there.
He bounces off of most of the guys in our league, Scotty. I mean, Cal is 6'8", very athletic. He was a volleyball player and decided to come back and play basketball. Thank you very much for doing that, Cal. But, that's a finesse for it. I don't think he's ever going to be confused as a banger.
Skyward Incorporated, connecting parents and education. First one is good for Cal Crone. 79-74, 1:34 to go. Gets a second free throw.
Went to a little bit more athletic, longer defender, bringing Tyshawn Teague Johnson on the floor.
Yeah, we'll see. Cal will get the second free one. He's got it.
You got to run the floor.
Game by Cal. 80-74, 2 full possession lead. Crowd trying to come to its speed here. Out on top, Stout. Handoff pass will go there. Down the left of the lane. Tyshawn banging his way. A little step in. He'll score it. That's Hudson. Timeout.
Yeah, got beat on strength. I thought we might run a helper there, Scotty. And we left Tyson all by himself. Never did get any help. And I know you don't help off that short corner, because if you come in and double, they kick to the corner and they shoot that three, and we didn't want that to happen. So you're still up by 4.
Final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard. Pointers 80, Blue Devils 76. The Pointers' favorite, Sports Bar and Grill, is the final score. Sports Bar and Grill, take in your favorite games with amazing food and drink.
Well, Scotty, I'm not sure 80 is enough to win.
I agree. I want 83, 82 maybe. But I agree. Stout with a minute 18,
plenty of time.
Score. So,
and they do not need to foul on this possession. There's still 1:18 to go. You know, if we used all 30, that would take us down to 48 seconds.
Yeah.
And they can hit a three. They can foul us. I mean, we're right back to where we were at the end of the game. So,
yeah,
end of game situations. So crucial. And of course, Stout will try to extend this overtime.
Yep. 80-76 is your score. Stevens Point has the advantage. We are in overtime here in the Quant Fieldhouse.
You know, it's kind of like sometimes out there. We brought in Tyshawn Teague to go quicker and longer, looking at three-point shooters in that situation. So what did Stout immediately do? They kicked it down to their big guy against Tyshawn, and he just couldn't handle him.
Yep, that was a tough matchup, right?
Yep, very tough for a freshman especially.
Yep. All right, Stout will defend the inbound. It goes to Darius. Into the front court. Here comes the double team. He splits that with the defense. Brings it into the high right corner. They don't want to foul. That would give Stevens Point 2 free throws. Any foul gives the opposition 2 free throws. Darius drives to the free throw lane. Open from 15, didn't shoot it underneath. Malik Abdul Wahid with his first basket since the first half. He's got 4 points, 82-76. Weiss, handoff pass, Wilhelmsen on top. Hudson for 3, off the rim, no. Rebound, Cal Crone, fouled with 44 seconds to go, and currently a 6-point lead.
Scotty, if you can get one of these 2 free throws, you're starting to feel pretty good, because you'd be up to a 3-possession game.
Wow.
So you need one of these.
You were right earlier, though, John. It's too bad we have such boring games.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ever since the Trine game, and that's back in November, was it, that we played them? Every game has been this way.
Yeah, I agree. Cal's free throw.
Oh, it came out. We need one of these.
Yeah, I agree. It's a possession game right now.
Turned and got a big smile from Carter. Gotta have this one, Scotty. Gotta have it.
Second one for Cal Crone. He does have it indeed.
No fouling.
9 points in the overtime for Cal Crone.
Do not foul.
83-76. On top, Hudson from way out. Caught the rim, but no. Darius couldn't quite secure the rebound. Hudson down the lane, no. Carter Combs with the rebound. 30 seconds to go. He hangs on. He's fouled.
Scotty, I tell you what, I think they're going to get out of here. And what a devastating loss for Stout, assuming with 29-8 to go. I'm not going to give this game over to us yet, as bizarre as it's been.
It was close to giving it to Stout at the end of regulation, right?
But they had to help us some, Scotty.
Yes, indeed.
And we can help ourselves here by making free throws, which they did not do.
Carter, a very good free thrower, makes it. Gives him 5 points.
But what a devastating loss for them.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's anybody in this gym that thought that game was not over.
It's not over till the final horn, right? Second free throw for Carter Combs is good. Stevens Point with its largest lead of the game at 85-76. 26 seconds to go. Stevens Point's going to win it here tonight. Up on top, Walchek launches three, buries it.
But boy, he's been quiet for quite a while.
They haven't given him a shot.
No.
18 and a half seconds. You do have to inbound it here. It goes into Darius. So far, they haven't fouled him. Darius still in the backcourt. Turns it over. Tried to dribble between guys.
Oh.
Layup
Darius.
not good, and Combs with a foul now. Well, you know what? That's a fault of a senior. He tried to dribble between three guys. He has Carter Combs wide open to his right. Just give up the ball. They had three defenders there.
And a 90% free throw shooter. He could have dropped it back to Darius. Sometimes he plays a little free and loose with things.
Weiss makes good on the first free throw.
So it's not over now.
It's exactly correct. It's not over. He can make it a 4-point game with 10.7 seconds to go. Wow. And he missed it. Rebound, Stevens Point, Bolden, and he is fouled. 8.3 to go.
And he slams the ball to the floor.
Yeah, don't get a technical now.
Well, but out of disgust for himself. Nobody knows the game better than Darius, and he knows he made a mistake. So he's such a competitor, Scotty, and he's a senior, and he wants to lead this team to victory. So he was trying to make a play, and unfortunately, it didn't turn out.
Free throw for Darius is good.
I've always said I'd rather see the heirs of a team by commission than by omission, and I mean by that is I'd rather see a player make a mistake by trying to create something than being back on his heels.
Made them both. You're up by 7. You're going to win this one. An improbable victory on your home floor. Walchuk will get a shot off at the horn and bury it with a half a second to go. But that's not going to be enough. The inbound comes, and the Pointers in overtime tonight in the Quant end up with an 87-83 win over the stout Blue Devils. Look out, WIAC. The Blue Devils are, in fact, for real. But today, our Stevens Point